Hello and welcome. Today is Sunday, June 4th, 2017, and you know what that means. Or maybe you don't, so I'm going to tell you. Today is the first day of the summer semester at the College of Western Idaho. Yeah! And if you are watching this video, it means that you are enrolled in my Communication 101 online course specifically set up for dual credit high school students, which makes you the youngest class in its entirety that I have ever taught before in my entire teaching career. Now, I've been teaching college for 14 years, but I've never taught anything anything younger than college. I'll occasionally have some high school students in my classes, but never an entire class of high school students. I guess back when I was your age, I'm going to sound like your parents here. Back when I was your age, I taught swim lessons. So I was a lifeguard and swim instructor. So I did teach like kids that were 2 years old to 8 or whatever. But for college, for actual academic purposes, you guys are the youngest class I've ever taught before. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Matt Vanderbo, and please refer to me as Matt. You don't need to call me Mr. anything. Matt, please. Now, you guys are enrolled in an 8-week summer course. Now, even though you are all high school students at the moment, there's one thing you should know, and that the class that you are about to receive is a college-level class. Meaning that I have not edited anything from the way I typically deploy it to my college students. Now, when I get kids in the college classroom, they could be anywhere from 18 years old up to, I've taught people in their 70s. And these guys have all been under one roof in one classroom at the same time. And that target audience is quite a bit different than the audience of you folks, which is, I'm assuming you're like 16, 17, maybe 18 at the oldest, maybe even younger than 16. And the appropriateness of certain things for high school settings is much different than what can fly in a college setting. And everything that you're going to get in this class is unedited, uncensored, and unchanged from the way I give it to college students. So some of the language may not be what you would typically get in a high school classroom. A lot of the content may push the limits of what would be considered good taste or appropriate for a high school classroom. But this is college, so things are a little bit differently. We try to push the bounds a little bit, not to the point of, oh, let's make everybody uncomfortable and just swear a lot. It's not like that, but we do try to get people to get out of their comfort zones and expose them to different theories, different concepts, and teach in a way that isn't quite as totally goody, for lack of a better term, as high school. Hopefully you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, or offend my dear friends in the high school teaching scene, but things are different. So this is just like a college class. The only difference is, well, you get to watch it online, which a lot of my college students do. There's no frat parties, though, here, so you better stick to your coffee for me, Gatorade for you, or whatever. No beer, please. Not that I am not a fan of beer, but you guys are all too young, okay? Life lesson, coffee and Gatorade, water, better for you anyways. Okay, I digress. You are, let's get back to the topic. You are all in this 8-week course, which is essentially, it's a condensed version of our normal course. Condensed in the time frame, but not condensed in the terms of assignments. A normal college semester is 16 weeks long. That makes it different from high school, where they're 18 weeks. College, it's a 16-week semester, but this summer is half that time, 8 weeks. Now, it's half the time, but still every single assignment and every single lecture and every quiz and everything that I give to my 16-week classes, you're still getting, okay? Which really means that you have twice the workload on a given week than you would in a normal situation. And typically, like in a normal regular fall or spring class, 1 week's worth of work is a fair amount of work. And now you've got twice that amount within the same week span. So just be forewarned that the workload will be heavy. There's no way to sugarcoat that. It's going to be fun work. It's not going to be grueling and brutal. It's not like you're slaving over math assignments or anything. But there will be a lot of content and a lot of assignments to squeeze into a short amount of time. With that being said, one thing that will take up a lot of your time and does make this quite a bit different than a high school course is that this online class is very lecture heavy. Now, how do I lecture in an online class? Well, over the past 6 to 8 years or so, I recorded all my lectures in the classroom, and then I edited them down and I produced them as video lectures. And so you will get to watch a total digital replica of a lecture that I did in the college setting. And you'll get tons of those throughout these next 8 weeks, which really gives you the college experience. You get to see exactly how a college classroom operates. That being said, since these lectures are a bit old, I mean, one of these days I should probably update these things, but they're like I said, 6 to 8 years old. And a lot of the references in there, you may not understand anymore. Like, there's a lot of pop culture references to TV shows and cartoons and movies and music that you wouldn't even have been alive for you guys. Like, the concept of the old song Ice Ice Baby from Vanilla Ice, like, that's museum quality stuff for you guys. It's ancient history. Whereas for me, that was, shoot, man, that was my childhood. That's what I grew up on. I still have it memorized. So there's a lot of references that you won't get, and I do apologize for that. But if there's anything that you're like, what in the heck is he talking about? Just ask your parents, because I can almost guarantee that if your parents are my age, say they're in their 30s or 40s or even early 50s, they're going to know every single reference that I'm throwing at you. Okay, so that's the only downside of you guys being so young, is that you're going to miss all my references. Okay, these lectures that I will give you, though, are all going to be between 1 to 2 hours long. Okay, it's a lot of content, and I know you're not used to that. Like, I can almost guarantee you are not used to that as high school students. But this is the way a college setting is, very lecture heavy, and you will have multiple video lectures every week. So on any given week, you can really plan on having about 4 to 6 hours worth of video lecture content to watch, take notes on, listen to, and then be responsible for taking a quiz on it afterwards. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you can play zombie games or text your friends on your cell phone while you're watching the video lectures. The human mind just does not work like that. We can't compartmentalize things and do the multitasking myth. If you don't pay attention to the video lectures, it will come back to haunt you when you take quizzes and tests and stuff like that. So just know that going into the course here, that there be a lot of stuff to watch, and you really have to focus on it too. I try to be entertaining during these lectures, but it's not like you're watching Lord of the Rings or anything. It's still a lecture. It's a fun lecture, but you get it. Okay, so the way this class operates is that I will give you weekly folders. Okay, we use a software called Blackboard. It's kind of the de facto collegiate academic online platform. So Blackboard. If you're watching this video lecture right now, you're probably already in Blackboard, so no problems there. You will get weekly folders. Right now, all you can see is a folder that says week 1. And then next week, you'll get one that says week 2, etc., all the way until we get to week 8. The folders will be available for you from the stroke of midnight on Sunday all the way until 11:59 p.m. on Saturday night. So you have exactly 1 week to make your way through everything within that folder. And when you're in the folders, everything moves sequentially. So just start from the top and move on down. So start by watching this, then watch the thing that's right underneath that, and then take this quiz, and then watch this, and then take this quiz. So just move from the top down, and you'll be just fine. Like, that's the perfect order to go in. I will leave all those folders up for the entire semester. However, the assignments within each folder, like the quizzes and the exams and like discussion forums, those will all expire at 11:59 p.m. every Saturday night. Okay, so even though you may be able to access the week 1 folder when it's week 6, you won't be able to go in and take a quiz that you had missed. If the deadline has already passed, then the window of opportunity is gone. Okay, so just make sure you stay on top of deadlines. There's no makeups. There's no like redos or anything. If it happens to get to 11:50 p.m. on Saturday night and you're like, oh crap, I haven't done anything this week, your best bet is to jump into the quizzes and guess your way through. Maybe you can guess your way to a few points. It's probably better than going down with a 0. Okay? So that being said, I've already taken up 11 and a half minutes of your time. So let me get out of here. I do want you to jump right into the week 1 folder and start working your way through it. If you ever have any questions about this course, just feel free to email me. But pretty much everything that you need will happen via Blackboard, and I will be sending out weekly announcements to you guys. Not video announcements, like this may be one of the few video announcements I do specifically for you guys. But like I'll give you weekly typed emailed announcements to kind of jog your memory on deadlines and stuff. Okay, so it's a long welcome announcement, but thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the class. It will fly just like that. It'll be a lot of work when you're doing it, but when it's all over, you will be very thankful that you decided to give up part of your summer to get 3 college credits taken care of. So anyways, enjoy the class. I'll be seeing you guys soon.